There's been an awakening in the Force. Have you felt it?
Welcome everybody to my video review for Star Wars The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams. And if you are wondering if this movie is better than the prequels, episode 1, 2, and 3 I believe, yes. This movie, The Force Awakens, murders the prequels. It destroys the prequels in every way. Oh my gosh, where do I begin? This movie, it really brought the magic back to cinema. And I know that's a bold thing to say, but it really, personally, I felt brought the magic back to cinema. Especially with the great use of practical effects. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there is computer-generated effects in this movie, but it's not heavily focused on a lot. You know what I'm saying? But great new cast. Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, who I happen to have a crush on, by the way. I just think she's cute, and I think she's great. I love her work in The Force Awakens. The way she just conveys her emotion in the movie just feels very organic, you know, and goes along well with the film. And the film itself, it moves along at such a good pace. It's like once the action gets going, it seems like it doesn't stop. Even during the moments where it seems like it slows down, there's some stuff that are very interesting to pick up on with the dialogue. And there's also interesting stuff going on with the scenery for you to watch. And it's just so good. John Boyega, who plays Finn, his character, along with Daisy Ridley, both of them have great chemistry with each other on the big screen in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Oscar Isaac is pretty funny. I did like his character a lot. He's a great X-Wing pilot. That's pretty much all I can say about his character for now without spoiling anything. Who else? The villain, played by Adam Driver. I believe his character in the film is called Kylo Ren. He was very, very interesting. He wasn't bad for the sake of being bad. He had motives for being bad, and he was an actual character. He's an actual human being, you know? And I can't really say much about his character without giving away spoilers. So don't worry, I'm not going to give away spoilers in this review. This is going to be a spoiler-free review. But I will say that he's no Darth Vader, but he is definitely strong with the dark side. And he does idolize Darth Vader in the film. So you do got some returning cast members from the classic films, such as Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford. You have Carrie Fisher, who plays Princess Leia. Mark Hamill, who plays Luke Skywalker. So if you're wondering if Luke Skywalker is in this film, yes. But that's all I can say. I can't really tell you any more than that because it would just be spoiling too much, sorry. But Chewbacca's back, C-3PO, and R2-D2, so you get to see some old favorites return. And it's just very endearing just to see them in this brand new adventure. Who else do I want to mention? Andy Serkis, who's famous for motion capture in Hollywood, who has done motion capture for, I think, Gollum in Lord of the Rings, and I think he done motion capture for King Kong and other various films. He did do motion capture for a particular villain in The Force Awakens. I don't want to say the name of that villain because I'm afraid I might give too much away. And holy shit, this guy is huge. I'll just say that. My BB-8 droid is talking to me. Yeah, I'll just say huge. That's all I could really say. If you'll see the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, right, another character who I was hoping to see more of, because when I saw the early releases of the action figures, I was like, whoa, that character looks like a badass. I hope that character does badass stuff in the movie, and you don't see much of that character in the film. Um, but she is still awesome looking. That's all I can really say. I'm not going to say who she is, but she does look badass, and they don't show her enough. But even with that said, I still want to buy her action figures just because she's just so awesome looking. Did I mention I had a crush on Daisy Ridley? Did I? I don't know. Anyways, I just think she's cute. Anyways, moving on. Star Wars Force Awakens. Please do yourself a favor and go see this film. My favorite movie of 2015 was Mad Max Fury Road, but now it's Star Wars Force Awakens because they did such a great job with this film. It's nothing like the prequels, and it's very nostalgic without having anything in the movie feel too phoned in. For example, when Princess Leia shows up, it does not feel like she's just thrown in there just to say, hey, remember this character? It's nothing like that at all. Everything just feels so organic and just flows along so well in Star Wars The Force Awakens. If you bought most of the Star Wars Force Awakens merchandise before the film even came out, then you will not be disappointed. This movie got a standing ovation at the theater I went to. Everyone stood up at the end and clapped. Even I stood up and clapped, and I was like, I want to see this again right away. That's how good it was. The movie does end on sort of a cliffhanger, so of course there will be more, episode 8 and episode 9. So everything's not, perfectly wrapped up with a bunch of questions answered. All that will be left open for the sequels. I even went and bought myself more merchandise today for Star Wars The Force Awakens. I got the Disney Infinity set for PS4 because you get to play the story mode for Force Awakens. Yeah, story mode, something that Battlefront does not have. Other things I can mention without giving away spoilers is that the cinematography is beautiful. A lot of beautiful shots in this film. There's a lot of comic relief that is very funny and works very well. Good comedic timing between each cast members, and it will have you very amused. There's new alien species to see, and it's definitely appeasing to the eye. This movie will forever go down in history as either the second or third best Star Wars film ever in the history of mankind. And it's totally worth the price of admission. Do not wait for it on Blu-ray. Go to your local theater and see this. I would see it in 2D, not 3D, because I'm not a huge fan of 3D, and plus 3D is too damn expensive. But I think that's all I could say. I know I was being very vague, but this is a spoiler-free review after all. And the stormtroopers in this movie, the stormtroopers are badass, and they do carry over that hilarity. Is that a word? Hilarity? Well, they do carry over that, hilarity from, older films like the classic episode 4, 5, and 6. But yeah, I want to give away spoilers so bad in this review, but I can't. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Because I know, personally, myself, I did everything I could to stay away from spoilers. I pretty much stayed away from social media a lot. I stayed away from the comment sections on YouTube. And pretty much, I stayed off the internet a lot. And avoided potential spoilers. My coworker at my job almost spoiled it for me, because when I came into work yesterday morning, he was like, oh, this and so happened in Star Wars The Force Awakens. And I'm like, dude, do not tell me before I punch you in your mouth. Well, I was not going to punch him in his mouth because I'm not that kind of person, but seriously, he just needed to shut the hell up. So, 2015, this has been one hell of a year for movies. So after seeing Jurassic World, Kingsman: The Secret Service, what else did I go see this year? Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Mad Max Fury Road. Those can now get the hell out of here because Star Wars: The Force Awakens has truly met and exceeded my expectations, and just completely crushes all those other movies I just mentioned. And this movie is so special, just so special. From the opening title sequence where I was just tearing up, people in the audience were cheering and quivering with joy, and it's just so endearing just to see Star Wars back on the big screen and treated with such respect from the director and the cast members. Alright, that's been my video review for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Thank you for watching, and I will now leave you with this bonus footage of me framing this poster that is behind me. Enjoy! Alright, so I turned on all the lights so you guys can see this poster a little bit better. Even though the glare from the window behind me is reflecting off the poster, but that's alright. Here, I'll try to get in there with the camera so you guys could see all the awesome characters. There we go. The theatrical movie poster. By the way, I got this poster online for about $20, so it's not too expensive if you guys are looking to get this Star Wars Force Awakens poster for yourself. The frame, however, I think that cost around, I want to say around $30 or less or more. I forgot. I could have swore it's like around 30, and I got two of them. One was for my Avengers Age of Ultron poster, and of course I was saving the second frame for this poster right here. Alright, so thank you all for watching my movie review for Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later!